Oh, rolled it. What is good, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to recover faster from an ankle sprain so you can get back to dunking and playing in games. Let's go.
Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine.
Welcome back to I Love Basketball TV. It's Coach Steve here. We do new videos every single week. So if you're into that, subscribe, hit that notification button, because if you do not, then you'll be late to the video and you will be the one getting dunked on. Do you want that? Or you want to do the dunking? I think I know what I want to do. Whew, okay, so first things first, if you rolled your ankle, get it checked out, go see a doctor. But I've had many ankle sprains myself. I've had a lot of experience. I've played basketball my entire life, so I'm well versed in the ankle sprain. I've even broken my ankle, and so the difference is if the first couple of days it starts to get better and it's not getting worse for the first week or so, you're in the clear. So if it's getting worse as the first week goes on, that's not a good sign. But most of the time after the first couple of days, it will start to reduce the pain. It'll start to get better. That's where we're at now. If you're at that stage, this video is about expediting that process to help you recover faster. And these are tips and tricks I've learned and used for my ankles to get them back to full strength fast. All right, so you just rolled your ankle, it's sprained, you got it checked, it's all good to go, nothing's damaged. Now we're gonna do the common thing called RICE, which I'm sure you've all heard of, but it's just rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And the rest part is where we come in to help you recover faster, because if you can do some of these movements, you won't need to rest as much, but you do need to rest the first couple of days. Of course, you gotta stay off it. Ice is just ice it 2-3 times a day. Just put ice on that area to reduce the inflammation. And same with the compression. You could just tie a towel around it to keep it compressed. Helps with the swelling as well. And elevation, so the blood flow is not falling to your ankle at all times. So do those 3 things the first couple of days. And if you can ice it, the more you can, and even heat to get some blood flow in there. But icing is really good initially, the very first day, the very next day. So after you do the RICE method for the first 1 or 2 days, then you start with the first exercise I'm going to show you with the circles and painting the alphabet, moving the alphabet with your foot and then putting some weight on it. So that's how it starts. Start with the RICE method, of course, rest it, get it checked out, and then we're going to move into some movements to recover even faster. All right, so one of the most basic things you should do first, if the pain is starting to go down and you know it's just a sprain, is get that movement in. It might hurt, but you want to get that movement in that's creating blood flow, that's getting blood to all those different areas, and it's pushing the limits of what it can handle now. But you got to push through a little bit of pain. Again, it shouldn't hurt excruciating, but the first couple of days, I've had ankle sprains where the next day I was already starting to move it and I had very limited range. And you just want to stay on this. You want to just keep it moving because your body wants to just stay stagnant, and the pain is going to make you want to stay still. But the more movement you get, the more it's going to get that blood flow in there. So there's 2 ways to do it. You can just do circles and try to push the range of every angle of your ankle. But then the other one is the alphabet. So you can just spell A with your foot, then B. And what's good about this one is it just kind of changes the directions to make sure you're hitting different angles because you're going in different directions trying to spell the letters. So you're literally just going to spell the alphabet with your ankle. E, this is an E, boom. See that? So that's one way to start getting some range of motion. Push that range of motion, get tons of blood flow, and keep it moving. That's going to be the name of the game to recover faster with this ankle. So the next one is going to be starting to put some weight on it. So of course it's going to hurt, but if it's just a sprain and you're going to check that and you're okay, your brain is going to be more afraid than it really needs to be. So you could start to walk on it and try to emphasize walking with that dorsiflexion and just really putting weight on that foot. And just start with just walking. I don't want you limping because it's going to cause imbalances, but specifically try to walk with balance right through that a little bit of pain to stimulate that, and also tell your body you're ready to put weight on it. And as the days go on, you can start to do a little bit more. So as the week goes on, maybe in week 2, you can start to do a little speed, right? And you could even just do a tiny jog like this to get a little bounce back into that recovered ankle and get it stronger, faster. Because as you're telling your body you're going to do that, it's going to stimulate that response to what your body needs. Your body knows how to heal itself, but you have to tell it what it's doing. So what I mean by that is, as you add a little speed or a little bit of a jog, it's going to feel pain, but you're going to be like, oh, he's moving. Your body's going to be like, oh, if he wants to run, we need to recruit this blood flow to that area. We need to heal that area. And that's what it's going to do. So gradually move from a walking to a little bit of a jog, all the way into a little bit of a faster jog. So as the weeks go on, 2-3 weeks, you can add some speed to that jog. So far with the circles and the walking, putting weight on it, I want you to see it as a very gradual process, but you can push it a little bit more so you can help speed up that recovery. And that's the name of the game, is understanding that that pain is just gonna be felt. You can start pushing the range of motion, and that's what I want you to do. So if it hurts a little bit, that's okay, but I want you to put a little bit of movement in it, range of motion, and a little bit of weight on that ankle to start. All right, so another exercise I love for the ankles is just the isometric hold. So if you, on your injured ankle or just sprained ankle, just lift up your other leg and rest on it. And it'll probably hurt, but that's gonna get a lot of blood flow. It's gonna cause a lot of stimulation. You have to use the muscles in your ankles, especially if you have barefoot is even better, but I have the top of my holes loosened right here. That's why I actually don't tie this one, so my ankle can have mobility and uses those muscles. So hold it like this, and then once you start to be comfortable with that, you can hold it for about 45 seconds easily. I would start to do some taps like this. And we're gonna have another video how to strengthen your ankle, but right now, just for recovery, this is about as far as I want you to go. But these iso holds are fantastic to start putting some weight onto your ankle. And as you start to put weight on that ankle, you can start to add the range of motion, and it's no movement, so it's gonna just really be an isometric, beautiful way to get that ankle tendon, all the things in your ankle, the muscles, to start strengthening and recovering and recruiting a lot of blood flow. So this is a fantastic one you can do throughout the day, 3 times a day. Do about 3 to 5 sets, 45 seconds, and just hold it there. And you could do the other ankle as well, but as you see, it might be a lot of pain, so you don't want to just put all your weight on it to start, but just starting to put a little weight on and holding it, you will feel that all that stuff working in there, and that burning sensation, which is really good, help you recover faster. So last but not least, we're gonna do some lateral jumps, just some actual single leg jumps. So the first one would just be a standstill, jumping up on that ankle. Just really, that's kind of the maximum force you can provide, meaning you're getting off the ground just with that 1 foot jumping off of it. So and you're landing on it. So there's a lot of balance, a lot of stability, and you need a lot of ankle strength for that. So it's gonna recover it and help you get back to playing on the court. And the other one is lateral hops like this. And if you're able to do this, there's a lot of lateral movements in basketball, and that's really gonna be a good sign that you're getting ready to be back on the court. And even if it hurts, it's okay. You're trying to get that ankle stronger. We have a whole video on how to get the ankle stronger. And last but not least is the ankle stretching. So throughout the day, you can stretch the ankle this way and really push that knee over the toe. I feel it a lot in this Achilles tendon here in the front of my ankle, but you can be stretching and pushing that range of motion each way. And then of course you could stretch it this way as well. So you could be stretching it, and the more you're stretching it, you can't really overstretch it. You just want to get blood flow in those range of motion, because when you have an ankle sprain, it's going to tighten up, it's going to swell up, and it's not going to want to hit those ranges of motion. So if you can kind of push through a little bit of that, keep it moving. It's kind of like greasing the skids. It's kind of like oiling up, lubricating all the muscles and the tendons in there. So keep stretching it, keep being super gradual, and that's it, baby. All right, so the key for today is gradual progression, putting a little bit of weight on it, putting more range of motion, and pushing through a little bit of pain. Of course, if you're checked and you're healthy, pushing through that pain, you don't want to be in excruciating pain, but push through that pain, work through it, push the different ranges of motion, feel that burning sensation, feel that pain, and just make progress every single day, and you can recover a lot faster than if you sat around doing nothing. Not to mention, you're probably going to end up with a better mobility, better range of motion than you did previously. And then if you strengthen your ankle in our other videos, you're going to see a lot more resilience to those ankle sprains, those ankle rolls. When you roll them, you're going to have really strong mobile ankles, and you will avoid this in the future. So take this time to learn about your ankle, strengthen it, recover super fast, and get back to playing ASAP. Let's go. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Leave a comment with any questions about your own ankle sprains or what you should do, or any content you'd like to see. We'll get back to you ASAP in the comments. I'll see you there. Woo!
On a roll, here we go.